It's May 29th, Friday, 2020, and just starting the Tuxachanie Trail in Mississippi near, I don't even know. It's off of Highway 49 near Gulfport, and it's 12 miles one way. Couldn't really find a whole lot of information about this trail. There's a website called Hiking in Mississippi, but the only information they had a map, but it just covered the first 5 miles of the trail. And all trails had a partial track of this, like the 7 miles that the 5 mile map didn't cover. So I'm gonna do a track of the whole trail and do a video, of course. Look, dude, get all up in this. Come here. Come on. Look. Oh. He's swimming in that. Hey, come back here. So right at mile marker 1, come to what looks like a reliable water source. Some nice clear water for the most part. Been pretty wide open, so it's been pretty easy to make mileage. I think we made that mile in like 30 minutes, if not less. Not really sure what time we got started. It's 4:42 now. I've got 4 more miles to go to make camp. It's supposed to be a campground around mile number 5. Given all the stuff that's going on right now, not really counting on it being open. This is the Soto National Forest, and in Louisiana, a lot of the national forests have closed, campgrounds, come on, recreation areas, stuff like that. They have started opening up some of the recreation areas, but all the campgrounds are still closed. So, but I should be able to camp close to it. I don't know, I'm not really expecting anything out of this trip except to be on the trail for 2 days. That's it. And it's pretty cool, get to make a video about a trail that I can't really find a whole lot of information about. This is near, I don't know, 1.5 mile marker and on the trail. It's nice, water source. Not sure what the name of this is. Looks like the trail used to come this way. Looks like there's an old bridge, but the trail actually heads over that way. This is just a little side trail to get down to it. Really nice water. Hutch wants to go swim, but I can't let go. Can't really see it, but that's the creek down there that I was just at. Definitely be easier to get down to it from that little spur trail right before you get to the bridge. So walking through this section here, I can't really describe the smell but it's almost like candy. It's like pine trees mixed with the honeysuckle. Man, it just smells so good. So I'm probably 2.5 miles in, and this is beautiful right through here. But the forest really opens up, so you get the tall pine trees and then like the underbrush, palmettos. It's really nice. Very, very happy with this trail. I'm really surprised that there's just not more information or videos about this trail. So me and Hutch are both really out of shape. Have been to the gym twice in the last 2 weeks since they started opening back up. They still haven't opened up our favorite dog park, so one dog park that is open, it's just like somebody's backyard. It's not that big. There's no ponds for them to swim in, so it's hardly really get some good exercise. So he's struggling. I'm kind of struggling. I cut my toe last weekend. We went to Cypress Mort State Park. It's just south of New Iberia. They got a man-made beach there. Anyway, I cut my toe on a seashell. So it hadn't totally healed. It's a little tender. It's not a big deal, but it doesn't feel too great. So that and being out of shape. So before mile marker 3, cross Forestry Road, that's the only thing I saw on the map. I didn't see any numbers. Decent little campsite. Pretty level for 1 or 2 tents. Some decent trees for hammock camping. It's a little after 6. Getting close to mile marker 4. So got a little over a mile left to go to the campground. And I'm hoping we find water. I haven't found any water in a while. Came across some really good water sources there at the beginning, but since then, what looks like there should be water, it's dry. But I'm carrying enough for me and Hutch. He's drinking a lot of water, so it's kind of taking most of it. Got the buff on. The bugs are really bad. The flies, the biting flies, the gnats. So just trying to keep them off my head. But yeah, this forest is beautiful. This trail is very nice. It's wide, it's well maintained. Able to wear shorts with no problems because it is hot. And I just like hiking in shorts. I'll hike in shorts in cold weather if I can. It's not too overgrown. Come across a couple of these roads and they haven't been numbered. It's just been like forestry road. So it's about 6:30, just passed up mile marker 4 and got pretty dirty. There was like this boggy pond, kind of swampy area that Hutch wanted to get up in, and it stinks and it was dirty. It's the only place that I found that had water that was easy to get to, so I filled up. Like I said, it stinks, so I hope I don't have to use it. All right, just coming out to this main road. Trail marker there. The trail continues on across the street. The campground is right up there. Airy Camp. This is Airy Tower Road, I think. I see some people stop there. It's probably closed. I'm gonna see if I can sneak in the back way. Hopefully there's another access from the trail to the campground, or at least get close to it so I can at least eat dinner on a picnic bench and then camp somewhere outside the campground. Here's the campground, Airy Camp. Really nice benches, fire pit. It's got a cool pond, garbage. There's the access right there. Another campsite over there. So there's the trail. It comes out right to the bathroom, which is nice. They got well water. which is really nice too, convenient. So I'm gonna try to stealth camp. Ooh. See a duck, what the hell is that? I don't know if you can hear that music. So the trail continues that away, next to the pond. So I'm gonna see if there's some sites kind of closer on that side. Maybe sit up there for the night. Nice sunset. Really, man, I like this trail. This is really nice. Hutch, what you think? You like this trail? He said it needs more water. So this time of year, it's just way too hot. I don't want a hot dinner. So kind of my general lunch, dinner that I don't have to cook is just gonna be tortillas and some kind of protein. These tuna creations are pretty good. I like the bag here. The Thai style, Thai chili style. It's a little spicier. I like it. It's got a little bit more flavor. I just picked these up, Power Pops. They're like protein packed little cheese balls, but they're pretty good. They got 21 grams of protein, just not a lot of calories. So I'll kind of supplement that with crackers or something else. Got beef sticks, all my drink stuff. I do have a stove for in the morning, so I'm gonna do just oatmeal and then coffee. Got the instant coffee there, vitamins and stuff. During the day, I'll do the instant iced coffee. It's got sugar in it too. I think it's like 100 calories. Excuse me. And then I picked these up. These are little collagen protein packs, so I'll add that. It's unflavored, so I'll add that with the iced coffee. Just kind of give me some more calories too. What are you doing under there, bro? Yeah, so also I'll add these, Frito chips to the wrap. Just give it some more flavor. This honey barbecue doesn't really have a whole lot of flavor. And of course, Hutch has his doggy food. Yeah, it's 7:45. This is one of the campsites. Really only room for one tent right there. Everything else is like on a slope. But be nice to come back here when it's open. I actually hiked down the trail, and right off the trail there's a clearing, so I'm out of the campground, so technically I'm good. For dessert, just got these little big bars. This is what he does. I think he's digging down. It's a little cooler once you get past the topsoil, and then he lays in it. It's got to be. So there's a first time for everything. I did not test my filter before I left. I've done this so many times. I've never had any issues with them. This is practically a brand new filter. I've only used it on maybe 3 or 4 trips. I clean them religiously after each trip, but I guess I haven't used it in a while. I used another mini that I had to pick up because I forgot this one on a trip. So yeah, just nothing. Like just a little drip. So luckily there's water here at the campground and I can smell the chlorine in it. So it should be safe to drink. So I'm good for that. I did fill this bag and my other bag over there with some nasty, nasty water as a backup in case I didn't have water here, thinking I could just filter it if I needed to. So that should be okay tomorrow. But man, that's just, what if I didn't have that? What if I was, I guess if I was really seriously doing a multi-day trip, I probably would have tested it, but yeah, that was just stupid on my part. So even if you're going for a quick overnight, always test your stuff. So just making some breakfast here, Airy Campground. Slept so good last night. I think I'm gonna stick with the freestanding tent. I really like it. Just being able to not have the rain fly over the tent. Really get some good air. Man, I slept so good. Got my oatmeal. Got some cranberries, and this is like a brown sugar oatmeal Little stove, got my coffee. I do just Starbucks instant and then throw in some hot chocolate for some extra calories, some vitamins. So my situation is I do have to get picked up at the end of the trail. There's clean water here that I can fill up on, but I can only carry maybe 2.5 liters of water. So I'm not gonna have enough to finish the trail and then come back to here to get more water. Because as you saw last night, I realized my filter wasn't working. Call my mom. She lives about an hour away from the end of the trail, so she's gonna pick me up, bring me back to my truck. It's so funny. She is a smart woman, and she's asking me for directions on how to get to the end of the trail. And I sent her the link in Google Maps, and she's like, now what do I do? She's never used a GPS on her phone. It's funny. So taking her through step by step how to do that. It was funny. Just one of those things, like, I didn't know she didn't know how to do that. So, but yeah, gonna finish this up. Trail heads that way. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the rest of this trail. Just passed up mile marker 7. Trails pretty much stayed the same. You kind of get down to some of the lower spots near water. You're gonna have some hardwood and then get back up into the pine forest. That's about the only difference. Just a little change in the ecosystems. Other than that, it's great. It's well maintained. Bridges across all the big water sources, which is always nice. Haven't gotten to get my feet wet once. It's got a nice campground with clean water, which is really nice. So yeah, I like it. At the end, there's a POW Camp ruins. So that's gonna be interesting to check out. Just passed up mile marker 8. Seems like we're on an old forest road or something. It's a good double track. It's kind of cool. Like, I don't know how long ago they did a burn out here. You still see the scorch marks on the trees. You're starting to see the little pine trees start to grow up. So I don't know how long that takes to happen for something like that to grow. I haven't seen anybody. I mean, I saw a few people by the trailhead on 49, but I haven't seen anybody else. Maybe past mile marker 2. Saw some people at the entrance to the campground last night. It was a Friday night, so I'm assuming it's a pretty popular spot. So maybe on the weekends, it might be pretty crowded if you're backpacking through there. I haven't really seen any campsites beyond the campground. I'm about 2.5 miles past the campground. Really haven't seen any established camping. I mean, there's some level ground that you can make a campsite, but nothing established that I've seen. So just crossed over an ATV trail. Looks pretty nice. I don't know if it's multi-use or strictly for ATVs. I'm always looking for ways to incorporate trails into other trails to make longer trips. So I'm gonna have to check the maps when I get home. So it's just past the forest road and then you hit the ATV trail. Still no water. We're probably almost 3 miles past the campground. So definitely fill up on water at the campground. Oh. Before you get to mile marker 9, there's the trail, and then it intersects the ATV trail. Either that or this is an old ATV trail, and they don't use them anymore. But it's got one of the yellow trail blazes, different than the Tuxachanie Trail. Yeah, it's single track right here, so maybe they don't use it anymore. Shortly after you get on the intersection for the ATV trail also, the trail actually splits off to the right. So I see a marker there, the ATV trail goes that way, and then there's this sign right here. Yeah, you can kind of tell, you can navigate based on where they put the blazes on the tree. The blazes on the tree is if you were coming from this way. And yeah, I see mile marker 9 right up there. Not really clear which way to go. I see an ATV blaze. Let's go this way. I think I see another blaze up there. I've got a partial track of somebody else's trip. It's gotta be this way. Oh, it's on the trail. This is the ATV trail. Yeah. So shortly after mile marker 9, the trail intersects the ATV trail again. Go to the right. It's not really clear. There's not a blaze on the trail, on the trees right there. But yeah, it always gets a little confusing when trails intersect other trails if they're not clearly marked. And that really was the only part that wasn't clearly marked. You could just use one blaze right there on the tree when you come out. Should be coming up on mile 10 pretty soon. There's a nice little developed campsite right here. Got a table, fire ring, horses. I've been seeing horse tracks. Pretty decent, clear ground. Probably get a few tents in here. So yeah, the trail gets pretty exposed once you're in just the pine trees. They don't provide a lot of canopy cover, so had to put the hat on. Don't really like this hat, but it works. But we're getting into a shady part right now. We're kind of low in the hardwood, so providing a little bit more shade, but once we get out of this, it'll be exposed again. Just past mile 11, and we're parallel to a pretty big creek. Looked on the map, I didn't see a name for it. It's not flowing. There's like pockets of stagnant water. That's it. Looks like we're in a floodplain now. You can kind of see it right through there. haven't found an easy way to get down to it if you needed water. But I don't know if you really want that water. It's nice through here though. Pretty shaded. And there it is right there. You can kind of see it. It's just standing water. It's fairly deep. See if I can get a picture of it here. Yep. This is the only part of the trail that really hasn't been maintained. It gets pretty thick in a couple of areas. I don't know if this is just managed by the recreation area or what. Still getting pretty close to the POW camp, and you can see this trail is really overgrown. Some of the little footbridges going across the drainage is pretty rotted. Kind of dangerous if you step on them because they do give way. And some are just non-existent. Right here, a lot of down trees that have been there for a while. Oh. Man, this is a really nice area too. Just needs a little maintenance. So I'm probably about 12.5 miles past mile marker 12, about a half mile back. So there's a split. Go this way to the POW camp and then to Bethel Road. I'm hoping there's a trailhead at the POW camp, but I'm looking at it, it's off of Old Forestry Road. So I don't know, I'm gonna go check it out. I'm still a little ways away from that. I really wanna go explore it. And if I have to, if there's not a trailhead there, if there's not easy way to access it, because I have somebody coming to pick me up, I guess I could just road walk the Forestry Road to Bethel Road. I think I see the ruins over there. See if Hutch will get in this. Oh, yeah. As far as I can go. Sorry. Nice little campsite right there. Okay, come on. I wouldn't mind taking a dip right now. So made it to the POW camp area, just past the lake. Little rest area across the street from it. Just gonna put my stuff here while I wait for my ride, and we're gonna explore the ruins. Didn't see much. I don't know if this goes back a ways. I'm kind of on top of it. And it just goes down there. I don't know if maybe this had some buildings at one point. I don't know what this would be. So yeah, this is it. I don't know if these were some kind of storage bunkers or what. Maybe this was the foundation of it. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so finished the Tuxachanie Trail. Less than 24 hours. It's like 12:30. I mean, I got here probably about an hour ago. Just been exploring the ruin. It's not plural. Unless there's more to it, which I don't see. It's just that one concrete kind of, I don't know what it is, storage, foundation, not sure. Beautiful pond, lake right next to it. It's got camping. And Hutch is tired. Hutch, what's up, buddy? I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty out of shape. This is kind of a good motivator to get back in the gym. Gyms are opening back up, so get back to my workout training routine. I don't really expect to do a whole lot of backpacking for the rest of the summer. It's almost June. There is this crazy route that I'm gonna do. It's 118 miles. I'm gonna call it the Kisatchie Trail. So it incorporates the Kisatchie Loop that I made, and it also incorporates the wild, I still don't have a name for it. I call it the Wild Kincaid Route. It's the Wild Azalea Trail and then all the spur trails and connecting trails to it. It's about 50 miles. But there's a 30-mile road walk in between. So, but I don't know what that road walk looks like. Some of it's dirt road, it's a lot of backcountry road, so it may not be that bad. There's only a little short section on Highway 8. Anyway, so I'm gonna go check that out next week. I'm just gonna scout it out. But man, I really wanna do it. But it's the summer, so I don't know. Definitely won't be bringing him. I would have to kennel him. I don't know. I want to do it. I really want to do it. I'm probably going to do it. I should probably wait till the fall, but I really want to do it now. So we'll see.